How's it going, friends? I'm Jay Sennett. Welcome to another edition of Cooking with Jay. Thank you for watching. On this episode, I'm going to make for you my fig blueberry chutney. And I love figs. And I was thinking about the holidays too, because it's something that you can freeze. It freezes well, and you can use it for the holiday season, perhaps in place of cranberry sauce. You know, I mean, I've done that before, and it's fantastic. So I'm going to show you how I make my fig blueberry chutney. And here I diced up some figs. You can eat them. I love figs. You can eat them, just like that. Dice them up and eat them. I have some blueberries, nice big sweet blueberries. We have some onions, some crushed red pepper, that's optional, and a host of other things. A lot of stuff goes into this chutney, but it's delicious. It's delicious. So I'm going to move this pot over here, over the stove. In this saucepan behind me, I have some butter. And we're going to cook some of these onions in this butter, and then I'll show you when I add the ginger, how I add the ginger, the garlic, some mustard seeds, some lime juice, some brown sugar, some honey. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff in this chutney, but it's delicious. So this edition of Cooking with Jay, fig blueberry chutney. Ready to see me get cooking and make this dish? So let's go over to the stove. Okay, in this saucepan I have some butter. All right, I'm going to add some onions, not quite a cup of some diced up onions, but just in butter, okay? This is where I start. Now I'm using a yellow onion here, but you can also use a red onion. And actually, I would probably have used a red onion if I had one handy. I just happen to have a yellow onion. I didn't have the red onion, but that would be my preferred choice. But the yellow onion will work out just fine. Or if you don't really want to use onion at all, you can use onion powder in this, but I prefer to put some onions in here and cook them in this butter. That sets the foundation for this chutney. Okay? And just the onions cook there just for a few. And then we are going to add these beautiful figs. I diced up these figs, so it's probably a little bit more than a cup of here, because I'm just making this for myself. A bit more than a little over a cup of figs in here. All right, I want to add these figs. Okay. Next, I want to add some of these blueberries. Probably about a cup in there as well. And under here, I want to reach and get, which I completely forgot about, get some vinegar. So not quite a quarter cup of vinegar. I use apple cider vinegar in here. Okay. Keep your flames down low. Next, I'm going to add the brown sugar, and about a half a cup of brown sugar. Okay. Then I want to add some of this honey, maybe a quarter cup of some honey. Like I said, a lot of stuff goes into this chutney. All right. Now I'm going to add about a quarter cup of lime juice. All right. I'm going to add about 2 to 3 cloves of some finely minced up garlic. About a tablespoon of some finely minced up ginger. Jay Sennett's Fig Blueberry Chutney. And a small teaspoon some mustard seeds. All right. Then I'm going to add a little bit of salt. All right, just a little bit of salt in here. And this is optional, but I'm going to add just a pinch, about a quarter teaspoon of some red pepper flakes. Okay? And then you stir this well, and what will happen, the blueberries will start to pop as the heat increases. Okay? And then once the berries are softened and the blueberries have opened up and you get this beautiful color in here, then I will add the final ingredient, which is a slurry. And the slurry, I'm making the slurry from cornstarch and some of the lime juice, okay, which will act as a thickener. So, and you can thicken it to your liking. You know, I like to get it to where it slowly drips off the spoon, right? That's the thickness I prefer, right? So we have all the ingredients in here. Let me see if I can remember everything. So some butter, dice up some onions, very small onion, dice it up, cook it in the butter for just a few. Dice up some figs, about a cup, a little bit more cup if you're just making it for yourself or 2 people, right? If you want to make it for 4 people, just double the dosage, right? The figs, put about a cup of blueberries in here as well, a teaspoon of mustard seeds, about a tablespoon of freshly grated ginger, 2-3 cloves of finely minced up garlic, some lime juice, about a quarter cup of lime juice, a couple of tablespoons of vinegar, apple cider vinegar, about a half a cup of brown sugar, about a quarter cup of honey, a pinch of salt in here. I said blueberries, yeah, they're in here. And then we just stir it around, let it cook, and I'm gonna cover this, turn the heat up just slightly on it. And get the lid, wherever I put the lid. Where is the lid? And the lid is over here. Okay. So we're going to let that cook for about 10-15 minutes. And again, the blueberries will pop. It'll change color, get a nice, beautiful color. And then I will add the slurry to thicken it a little bit. And then we'll be ready to go. So we're going to let this cook, and then we're going to come back. All right, let's see what we have here. Oh, man, look at that. Now, the figs and the blueberries have broken open so you can see the color, the beautiful color. But I want to take this masher and just mash a little bit to smooth it out, right? Just to smooth it out just a tad. And it smells delicious. And when we started the show, I was talking about using the fig chutney, the fig blueberry chutney for the holiday season. It would be delicious with turkey, ham, just like you would normally use your cranberry sauce, right? I think it would be very, very tasty. Very tasty. And because you've got kind of a sweet sour thing happening, and you can adjust those seasonings to your liking very easily. You know, if you put a little bit too much vinegar in it, then you can add a little bit more brown sugar. Not enough. If it's too sweet, then you can add some more vinegar. These particular blueberries were kind of tart, more tart than usual, right? So when I went back, I kind of like it tart, but it was just a little bit too tart. So I wanted to add a little bit more brown sugar. So now we're going to make my slurry, okay? I have some lime juice and some of this cornstarch. Stir it around. Okay. Add a little bit in there. And this will thicken it up a little bit. A little bit more. So all in all, you're going to cook this on a fairly low heat, low medium heat, for about 15-20 minutes, okay? And the figs are soft enough, you can mash them a little bit. The blueberries will break open, once it gets hot enough. All right, now I want to check the thickness of this. Get the spoon. Yeah, that's good. Maybe actually a little bit more. And that should, I think, do it. Stir well, get the slurry mixed in well. You see that? All right, now what I'm going to do is taste it, make sure I have the flavor I want. It's a good thickness. Yeah. That's the perfect tartness, my taste, right? The perfect tartness and sweetness. The brown sugar with the honey, with the vinegar, the blueberries, the figs, mustard seeds, ginger, garlic, lime juice, the brown sugar, I said, honey, a little pinch of salt, just a little bit, maybe a quarter teaspoon of red pepper flakes, and the slurry to thicken it up a little bit. So we're going to go back over here to the island and pour some in the dish so you can see. Okay? Okay, bring this over here. Now here's a jar. This is what I would use to put it in the freezer and just freeze a little bit of it, right? If I wanted to do that, which I will. I would let it cool off first, of course. And even though I mashed it and smoothed it out a little bit, there's still some nice chunks. I'm going to pour a little bit in this bowl so you can see. Set this back over here. Wow. So this, I will put the lid on this. I have a couple of containers of these to freeze, right? This here, my fig blueberry chutney. And again, you can use it any time of the year for various meats. It's just a side, eat it by itself. Works great with some vegetables. But if you like cranberry sauce, kind of maybe consider this as an interesting, very tasty substitute for cranberry sauce. Works well with turkey, ham, chicken, just like you would use cranberry sauce. So that's my dish for this edition of Cooking with Jay. Jazzy Jae's Fig Blueberry Chutney. Hope you enjoyed this concoction. If you want to put it together, let me know what you think. Send me an email to j.sennett, jae.sennett@whrv.org. Would always love to know what you think of the recipes. Always like to know what you're cooking as well. Share some of your ideas with me. Cooking with Jay airs 6 o'clock Sunday evenings at the WHRO Public Media Facebook page. And if you can't watch it at 6, it'll be on the page, so you can just scroll down a little bit until you find it. And you can see archive programs of Cooking with Jay at the WHRO Public Media YouTube channel. So Until next Sunday, stay safe, friends, and don't forget my Senate in Session Jazz Show on 89.5 WHRV FM, Monday through Thursday nights from 9 until 1, Saturday mornings 1 until 5, Sunday afternoons from 1 until 5. It's the cooking and the jazz and the cooking. They parallel each other in my life, right? The flavor profiles, creating these flavor profiles, like composing a piece of music, right? It's all one circular kind of form of creativity for me. Stay safe. We'll see you on the next edition of Cooking with Jay. Take care. Hi everyone, Jay Sennett here. Cooking with Jay is now even more jazzy in my new home with my chef's kitchen. I'd love for you to check it out. Join me Sunday evenings at 6 on Facebook at WHRO Public Media. Let's get cooking.